He is Mr. Formula One, the mastermind behind one of the richest sports on earth. Bernie Ecclestone doesn't often speak publicly, but in a rare TV interview he revealed being F1 Supremo was mainly about solving problems. You're known as Formula One's Supremo. What does that actually entail?
If you have a look up there, you'll see a fireman's helmet that somebody gave me because I said I was a firefighter, and that's exactly what I am.
Born in 1930, he began building his empire by dealing in motorbike parts. After racing Formula 3 cars, he moved into management, taking control of the Brabham team in 1971. 15 years later, he sold it for almost $5 million profit. Today, he controls Formula One's commercial rights. He decides the calendar, and with motorsport's governing body, the FIA, he also makes the rules. He's also dealt with controversy and scandal. In one high-profile drama, Flavio Briatore's Renault team was found guilty of ordering Nelson Piquet Jr. to crash to help Fernando Alonso win the 2008 Singapore Grand Prix. Do you understand why he ordered the crash?
No idea. Not the slightest idea. If he ordered that to happen, any punishment he's received should be for stupidity rather than anything else.
Bernie's a good friend of Briatore, who was originally given a lifetime ban from the sport, which was then overturned. Piquet Jr. was given immunity for giving evidence. He's now racing in NASCAR, but Bernie would be happy to see him back in F1.
Yeah, I don't see any reason why not.
But if he crashed on purpose, that's obviously a danger to himself and other drivers.
Well, I think by the look of it, it didn't endanger anyone, which was good.
But you never know when you're driving at those speeds.
You're right, it may well have done. You're right, it may well have done.
Another controversy, the embarrassing revelations made by a UK newspaper involving close friend and president of the FIA, Max Mosley. The report claimed Mosley was involved in sex sessions with prostitutes.
I mean, to be the last person that you believe. I mean, Max looked a very straight sort of a guy, so you wouldn't think that he would be involved in anything like that. Plenty of people you think there would be, but you wouldn't think Max would be one of them.
Mosley won damages for breach of privacy, but stood down from motorsport's top job.
I asked him or suggested he should resign because most of the manufacturers and the big sponsors said he ought to. Felt rather bad about it. I should have been behind him.
Cynics suggested Mosley's proposal of budget caps in team spending in 2009 was a ploy to distract attention away from the scandal. 8 teams objected to the idea and threatened a breakaway series. Last year, it seemed that Formula One was heading for a bit of a meltdown. Max Mosley proposed the idea of budget caps, and then the teams threatened to start their own series. Were you worried at all during that period?
No, Formula One would continue. If somebody wanted to do something else, they could do it. But Formula One it's been running for 60 years, it would still be running.
Bernie's no stranger to controversy himself. He doesn't say much, but he feels he has been misunderstood on several occasions.
They like to write stories that people want to read. They never want to rarely read positive press, negative. Everybody in their life's got a problem, and they like to read other people who've got problems.
In 2005, Bernie responded to a question about women racing drivers with a comment he felt was taken out of context.
I was joking and just said, well, I think women really should all be dressed in white and be in the kitchen with all the other domestic appliances.
So does that mean that you don't think women should be in F1?
I think they should. I think it'd be magic. They've got problems because nobody would take them serious, so they never get the right equipment to run.
Do you think they're physically able to compete
why
with
not?
guys?
They do everything else well, what the hell?
So what does the future hold for Bernie and his F1 creation? 20 races have been confirmed for 2011, including a new Grand Prix in India, as well as the recent additions of Abu Dhabi and South Korea. You seem to be concentrating a lot on Asia and the Middle East at the moment. Why is that?
I've always thought the East is the countries of the future.
At almost 80 years old, most people would be well into their retirement, but Bernie's no ordinary guy. Do you have any plans to retire?
Oh no. I mean, if I feel I can't deliver any longer, then I will certainly step back.
When you say deliver, what do you mean?
Do what I do, you know.
Your job must be stressful. You've alluded to firefighting.
Yeah, it's not stressful though.
Not stressful?
No, not at all.
But firefighting is quite stressful.
Yeah, if you put the fires out, it's okay.
So far, this notoriously reticent man's managed to keep the sport firmly on track. But who knows what's round the corner for Formula One. Louise Potter, Al Jazeera.